I suppose it's easy just to take it off, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's only four bolts.
Yeah.
And then the cable connections underneath. The only thing you've got to watch out, especially on routes like this, is to make sure you don't get any oxidisation on the feet, because it'll get stiff and it'll be difficult to take off. Oh good, Rob's using F connector. BNC.
Do you want a hand down with that?
Sorry?
I was going to say, do you want a hand down with that?
Nah. Thing is, not everybody wants to help, so you get used to doing it in a certain way.
Yeah.
Then when people do want to help,
yeah, I agree with that.
There's nothing worse. I mean, not everything you do. Oh, look, that's pretty much all I can get out of the way.
There's never enough room.
No.
I don't care how big your work.
Oh, yeah.
I mess around with motorbikes.
Yeah, the thing is though, you put stuff in places, don't you? And then you see that wasn't tight for a start.
I know it wasn't tight.
Oh right, you've loosened them, have you?
Yeah, I loosened them. The reason I loosened them is because when I went up on the roof, Rob said, just wiggle it and jiggle it and see whether that starts it. And of course, I knew after then, I was talking, I spoke to one of your guys.
Right.
And I thought, well, there's no point in, because we went through the whole thing of do this, do that, try this, try that, to get it to work.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, there's no point in bloody retightening it all up, because it ain't going anywhere.
First thing we're going to check is the cabling. So the O-ring's not gone through. The O-ring's not gone through at all, and it looks quite clean and quite tidy in there, to be quite honest. There's no signs of rust on there or anything like that. Which normally you do get quite a lot of rust on the top of this needle bearing. Right. Because obviously you get a lot of moisture and cold air against the top of there. So, next thing.
Well, that's maybe a good thing.
Well, it's definitely a good thing. The next thing to know is whether what sort of glue Rob's used on this. Out the factory, the stuff they use in Germany, it comes off very easily. Right. But most people just use bog standard silicone. Yeah. We use what we call GP200. Right. So it releases less moisture as it cures. Right. So you don't get condensation inside the system. Right. Where's that gone? Yeah, try that one. Yeah. Right, there you go. See, nice even. Right, so you've not got twisted up in there. You have had moisture in here. You can see on here. Right. That's gone a bit rusty on there. And you've got marks where it's moisture sat on there. That's your rotation motor. Right. The elevation motor's got the white nylon cob directly beneath it. Right. So it might be that the rotation motor has just died. So what we'll do,
as they often say,
switch it on. Well, it is possible. We'll see what happens.
Ooh. No.
Yeah.
It's not going on.
No, it's not. Yeah. Rotation motor doesn't want to work. Right. Okay. So.
Well, that's okay. That's fine, because we kind of knew that was most probably what it was.
Oh, yeah. I'm just quite surprised, to be quite honest. Like I say.
Is it unusual for them to go?
It's not unusual for the motors to go. Unfortunately, the motors are Nidec, which is made by Bosch. Right. When I first started here, like nearly 17 years ago, I could count probably in the first 10 years on one hand how many of these motors I've changed. But then Bosch brought out their only competition. And since then, the production's gone up, quality's come down. Yeah.
I think that's kind of what they do.
You got far to travel home again?
Lincoln.
All right, it's not too bad then. No, it's just the getting around Newark, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Yeah. But when you live in Lincoln all your life, getting around Newark's just normal.
I know, it's one of the worst things when we have to go to Lincoln, when we go to Camper UK sometimes, they have the open days. And it's the worst parts going around Newark.
It is. It's a pain in the arse.
Right.
It is a proper pain in the arse.
Yeah. Right, it's the only thing I really don't like Yeah, 7 amps and no motor movement.
Tap it and unwrap it.
I mean, yeah, these have got a zinc rod running right down the middle of them.
Yeah.
That's what seizes.
Yeah.
The rest of it's stainless steel.
Yeah.
Which is, again, it's a question of why would you be so stupid as to put stainless steel on the outside and zinc in the middle. But the choices are, this motor is now working. As long as it's worked for a while, it will be all right. And I can feed in some oil into it just to run through it.
Right.
But I can't promise it won't seize again.
Right.
So
okay.
A replacement motor is about £160.
Right.
Or we can try a look. Just got to,
yeah, you guys are
now. Spiders aren't going to be very happy with me, but
everything going back up and on now.
Right, what we'll do is stick it up and make sure it's working.
Yeah.
And then I'll come and grease that and finish tightening the bolts up.
Yeah, happy days, yeah.
With I'm going to need an SD card.
Okay.
Need an SD card to update the software.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the Germans now do not use the Vision 3 black boxes that you've got, this box down here.
Right.
They now use command units.
Right.
So they want everyone to update.
Right.
So they've the newest software for this box, they've started removing some of the functionality from it.
Ah, you're joking.
So I don't put it on.
Oh, right.
I put 3.60 on, which is the last one that had all the functionality, and then I'll manually update anything that needs updating. Right, so that now it's updating.
Things are sent to triers.
Yeah, I mean, for some reason the SD cards, because the bootloader in here won't accept the SD card, but once I plug it back into here, it'll take the update from there.
Oh, right.
But
off this?
Yeah, these control units are better. They're a lot better. And the command unit, if you ever had any issues with this box here, the command units, they are a lot better, and you've got app control with them as well. Yeah. But they are 350 quid.
That one did, where I think it was Rob said you need to press all 4 buttons, pull the cable out.
Don't need to pull the cable out.
You don't need to pull the cable out.
Yeah. To reset the electronics in this, you hold down all 4 buttons until you hear a relay click in there. Yeah. And that will denote, as soon as you hear the relay click, you can let go of the buttons. Right, okay. And that denotes just basically doing a firmware reset. Now I've done the update on here. If there's ever anything where that doesn't cure it, we can go into a hidden menu, which is quite difficult to get into. So if you ever need to get into it, I definitely recommend phoning us with a pen and paper handy. Yeah. Because what I intend to do, I'll give you the instructions first on how to get in. Yeah. And then you can write them down. Yeah. So it's a lot easier. Yeah. But you can get in there, and we can reset the EEPROM on the system as well. Right. We reinitialise it, reset the EEPROM. The thing is, it's all gobbledygook to me. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? If it was like... That's why we talk you through it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people phone up because I don't know if you remember Jackson Satellites. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he used to send out a sheet of talking so people would get in this hidden menu themselves. But he'd never tell people on his sheet, it's like, well, there are other options in there that if you change anything, it could be detrimental to the system. Ah, right. Like there's L&B offset. If you change that by mistake, the system won't lock on anymore. You know, it's just one of them. There are a number of different things that can go wrong. Alright, I'll put the box back on now. It's a bloody minefield. Yeah, it can be. I mean, there's a lot of people that will turn around and say, well, you know, it doesn't work where I say it will work to. And it's like, well, it would if I was there. Yeah, I was with you. Yeah. Oh, yes. But you know, again, it's like you say. It's if you don't know what you're doing, it's difficult. to get it working. You know, I know
it's the technical side of it. Yeah. If you don't understand that,
yeah,
and if you've not been brought, I mean, it's like YouTube and all that sort of malarkey. That's okay, but there's that many bloody things you can do or don't do.
Yeah.
I mean, we was watching a video this morning of somebody walking around a village, and they had 350,000 views on it, and it was the biggest load of garbage you've ever seen in your life, isn't it?
They're just walking around a village.
Yeah, walking
Not
around.
saying anything.
They didn't say anything.
Just wandering around a village.
Pointing the camera.
Yeah, it's just crazy that you know what people will watch.
Yeah. They don't watch ours.
We're far too boring.
Oh no, I there's quite a few of them now. There's on Motorhome Fun. I always see there's quite a few people that have got. You know, they put their blogs and their vlogs on the Motorhome Fun page. Saying people where they've been, and I think it's really handy. It's like, especially if you're thinking of going somewhere.
Yeah, we do a lot of. Everywhere we go, we always do a campsite review.
Yeah.
For the simple reason, sometimes we look and go, oh, I want to go there. Wonder what it's like.
Yeah.
And you look for a campsite review on that, and you go, oh yeah, no, it's too far out of town, or it's this or it's that, because somebody will tell you.
But the thing is, as well, when you're doing a campsite review, I mean, obviously, with doing it the way you do it, it's quite an impartial review. Whereas, it's like TripAdvisor. You get people on there that will say, "Oh, well, you know, they only change my towels once every 3 days," and it's like, well, how often do you change them at home?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's some people just, you know, they expect everything.
Yeah.
So when you've got an impartial review, it's like, I don't mind, you know, some places. But you read all the reviews on there, and you kind of have to take some with a pinch of salt, because they are just
rubbish.
moaning.
Yeah, moaning, rubbish.
Yeah. Right, last one on these to do, and then we're ready to go and lock on. I'm assuming you're also aware not to upgrade your Sky account to Sky Q.
We've never gone down that road anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this system cannot work on Sky Q, not in its current form.
Right.
It can be upgraded, but Sky Q, because it works on a wideband connection rather than universal, the Oyster box needs a universal connection to lock onto.
Right.
So the only thing you can do to work Sky Q, because it needs wideband, it needs two cables. One brings all the vertical channels down, one brings all the horizontal.
Yeah.
So you need a hybrid LMB that has both types of connections on it.
Ah, right.
So you have three cables coming down, one going into here as normal, and the other two will be specifically for the Sky Q box.
Right.
If you ever have that done. The other thing though that Sky don't tell you is that you can take your Sky Q card out of the Q box and put it in here, as long as you've got access into the installer setup.
We've got Sky.
I haven't got Sky Q.
No. What is
Sky
it?
Go.
Sky,
Yeah.
Where we can literally take the thing out, put it in there. It pairs up, job done.
Yeah.
And happy days. Let me just get.
Do you use the Haaft site tuner as well or not on the satellite, or is it just into the Sky box?
Into the Sky box.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
It's a 3 minutes. 3 minutes waiting for it.
Yeah. It's the capacitors in the Sky box.
Yeah.
It takes so long for them to build a charge.
Yes, about 3 minutes.
Yeah. And that's why all the original Sky boxes, they used to have a thing called the red light of death.
Yes,
They wouldn't come out the red light. It's because the capacitor's blown.
Yeah.
There's so many capacitors in these Sky boxes, it's ridiculous. That's why they take so long to warm up in the first place.
Yeah.
But right, everything seems to be working on there. If you want to check through some channels, I don't know if you want. Are you still filming? I've only got to tighten the bolts up outside and put some grease on it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's it. So then, hopefully, that's about it. We're all done.
Brilliant.
Did you get your motor?
Yes, it's just down there.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that's got it.
Perfect.
Perfect, mate. Perfect. Do you notice I do a bit of advertising on the Skybox on the dish?
Yeah, I'd noticed that.
Yeah.
Thing is, why not?
Well, to be honest, I should do it on that side as well.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you don't use metallic stickers on it. So some people have got, the magnet ones you can get, so you can take them off, put them on.
Yeah.
I I've had people turn up with them before. I'm like,
ain't gonna work. Well, they got stickers on them, so I thought, well, this another sticker ain't gonna work it.
No. The stickers, the signal will go through them.
It was quite handy when we were racing. You could say to somebody, just look round for the satellite dish with my thing on it.
Yeah.
And that's where we are.
Right, that's it. All secure up here.
Brilliant.
I've greased that arm as well, so we'll put it down now.
Yeah.
Shouldn't squeeze.
He reckons he's taking the squeak out of the thing as well.
I said he would do this noise.
Take people as they...
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. All working. Tracking. Try it again, yeah?
Quieter.
Yeah, lovely. Can you try it again?
Well, like I say, it's the plastic on plastic. It dries out, and that's what causes it's the friction that causes that squeak. So I've used white grease on it, but it will eventually go get taken out.
Yeah.